good afternoon and welcome to As E Day Hot right here on Active Citizens. My name is Sharon Enemchuku. Joining me live in the studio as always, I have with me Ifoma Oji. Sorry, the beautiful Ifoma Oji. How can I move that? Good afternoon, how are you doing?
Sharon, I'm fine.
Oh,
my
you look
rose
beautiful.
flower.
Honey, how are you doing?
Fine.
It's the weekend. We're getting closer to the weekend. TGIF. What are your plans? What are your plans? I really want to know.
Okay, basically, I think I have a birthday party to attend.
You had a birthday party last weekend.
Yes.
Ifoma. Another birthday party this weekend. Lift me up now. Ifoma, lift me up.
Definitely.
Eh?
Then Sunday, definitely, you have to, thank God for the
Oh,
week.
yes,
and
of
reflect
course.
based on how we'll start the next week.
I like that. Full weekend, full package.
I don't have any plans.
The way you say it, when you put it that way, I agree. I don't have any plans.
Don't worry,
Anyways.
I'll link you up.
Yes, I'm looking up to you.
Very well.
Now we are starting with the stories that we have. So we have quite a lot. People should just sit back and relax. First, we're starting with a not pleasant story at all. Now, a couple has come out to allege that SARS officials collected 30,000 naira to release her brother in Abuja, despite him committing no offense. And Ms. Ifoma, we've seen the story. You've seen it as well. When the lady was narrating her experience, I'm so glad that she came out with receipts. Now, she said that the initial amount that they taxed her brother was 100,000 naira. Now, when she got to the scene, they reduced it to 50. So they're negotiating. And the question I'm asking is, what are they even negotiating about? The guy was not with a phone, not even mention a laptop. He was not with weed or anything. No drugs found on him. And they were negotiating. You know, the craziest thing was the fact that the army person, I had to ask for them to get him beer. Now that was where they caught him red-handed. You know, when your village people are on your matter, you just make some strange requests. You think it's strange, but it's the village people actually at work. Now he requested for beer and they went out, and my girl took a quick shot of this man, and thank God we have proof. If not, they'll come out and tell us that the girl was making up cock and bull stories and all of that. But so Rex, well, what do we make of this type of scenarios over and over and over again?
Akoko. Every time, over
one story
and over
to the other.
Again. What shocked me in this entire thing was because, according to the lady, she said the brother did nothing.
Yes. So
you just stop people on the road and you ask them for money, you detain them. So it's form of, they are now robbing people. It's now armed robbery. Instead of, with
uniforms.
Yes. Instead of you to protect people's lives, you are now becoming predators. It is crazy to me. At some point, I'll ask myself, like, do these people really know what they are there to do? Do they really know what policing means? Because it does not, for me, it does not make sense. For a security, he's even negotiating from 100,000 naira to 50,000. I
know this is what they do.
Even when the guy doesn't even have anything on him, I think he said he was going to play games or what, something like that. To play, he was going for games, and they apprehended him
for nothing. That's the thing. So you commit a crime, they apprehend you. You don't commit a crime, they apprehend you. It is crazy what we see. We say that Nigeria it's just a comedy, it's a theater, right? They just bring up different type of scenarios from time to time, and these are the things that we see. And this is what led to one of the things that led to the NSAS protest. All of these harassment. Now this one is monetary. Initially they would use force.
Yes.
Just intimidate you publicly, not as though you know them from anywhere or you violated the law in any way, just because they can. An outright abuse of power. And I just like that this generation, they are not ones to mess with. This is not a generation you come and say, oh, pay me 100K. They are going to ask questions. For what? What's my offense? What did I do wrong? And I like that they came out with receipts when we have this type of situation. But let's imagine this was a different scenario. Let's imagine this was not financial abuse, because that's what I'll call it. What if this man was using arms on this innocent guy just for nothing? I don't even know exactly how do you think this would have escalated differently?
I think it would have been, much worse.
Yes.
And it would have exposed the police the more, because according to the lady, she had to take a shot of what happened. I mean, that's why we're seeing.
Yes, we have.
And let's not forget that there are still cases like this that we are not seeing. We're just seeing few of them, on the social media platform. But there are a lot of this police, intimidation, brutality, and the rest of them. And I wanted to bring to your notice that I know. As at 2020, dating back to 2020, there was this protest against, end police brutality, end SARS, and the rest of them. But you could see that even those sets, they ended these end SARS on papers, and then went ahead to, put those people in different, parastatals in the police. Constitution, police body, or whatever they call institution, whatever they call themselves. And it is quite sad that the not just the security agencies, but the officials, the IG of police and the rest of them cannot even bring these people to order. There was a certain time that a certain woman in the police, I think she holds an official position, she came out then to talk about, if you see any form of intimidation from the police on the road, that you should just record and then report to the police. But who are you reporting to?
Even, you can't even record. If they see it with your phone, it's a big problem.
You can't record them, you can't report, because at the end of the day, you still need to pay them to report to them, and at the end of the day, what you reported will not be followed up. So had it been people had access to that woman, it would have been better.
Well, how many people can she attend to?
Exactly, because she was saying then that if this is brought to their attention, like the policemen that are doing committing this kind of crimes is brought to their attention, that is immediate sack or sanction. You understand? But you can't. There's nothing we can basically do, because at the end of the day, she is not in those checkpoints or the rest of them to find out. She
can't divide herself in different positions. And another thing you just said now is how to record these people, and also go. That even to record them is a huge deal. If you are in a public bus and you approach a checkpoint, just know you have to keep your phone away. So the other day, my sister was telling me a story of how if you're approaching I've not experienced this, but this is what she said. Okay, she said if you're approaching an army checkpoint, you should not even be pressing your phone. Yeah. If they catch you pressing your phone, they will take it and smash it. And it's a big problem. That's the one she was telling. Yes, she said that from her experience, that they would smash it.
The one that I experienced was I didn't know that there was anything like if you're approaching a police checkpoint or army checkpoint, you're meant to pull down your phone. So I was on an important business call that day.
If I'm on
a
business.
We stopped. yes.
Of course, stand on business.
So I was on the call, and then people were signaling me, but because I had earpiece, I didn't know that they were talking to me. So I was focused on the call, and the next thing, hey, you. That's what I was dying.
You don't mean it.
And they asked me to get my phone. I was still confused. I couldn't understand what was going on. I'm like, I am not a Yahoo. They were like, I should get my phone. I handed my phone over to them, and they were like, that is either I pay 50,000 naira to collect my phone, or I go and pack about 10 trips of sand.
It's a lie.
That was what they told me.
Are you for real?
What did I do? They were like, I was recording them. I say, me recording you? How? I was like, can I have my phone so that you can check my gallery to see if any? They said they don't care. I'm telling you. At the end of the day, it was because I had contact of, the police, commissioner in Enugu, and I called him. That was when he intervened in the case. That was how I...
Isn't it, you would have paid 50,000 naira for me?
I go pack France tire.
No, it is amazing.
It is
but to be honest, I don't see the need for the... Okay, so Why is there a law? Like, is that a law that you shouldn't put your phone out to record? Now, if you're not doing something illegal, you're not coming. Why are you so scared about recording? You know, this is the same thing you were saying about the policewoman that said, oh, if you see something like this, record and report. Now, we saw that viral video where this man, this army personnel was just counting money in the car. What a great day at work it has been, you know, counting his check, his money. And it went viral. Now, they came out to say, the police came out to say, oh, if you see something like this happening, you should not encourage the police with any money. It is their duty to do so. And I'm asking, at the end of the day, we still have situations. This one just happened when? Exactly. This situation just happened when? And it just shows that Nigeria, see, we are good at talking, but not implementing. And that's that. You know, still talking about, you know, this security issue and our security agencies. Now, media personality Rai has come out to raise alarm as 15 passengers, 15, including a youth copper, allegedly remained missing 1 week after being kidnapped during their trip from Calabar to Uyo. Now, this is 1 week later, and she has come out to, you know, publicly say that they have no information, you know, concerning, you know, their whereabouts and how they are moving forward from there, and nobody has, you know, even made any contact. And you see, that's the scary thing when people go missing. You know, when they make contact, there's a glimmer of hope there. But when there's no contact, you don't know if they are alive or if they are dead. And it's such a worrying situation. But generally, what's your take?
You know, police, kidnapping in Nigeria is no longer an isolated crime. It's no longer something that people hide and do. It has now become a full-blown industry.
It is.
That people will stand on the road with arms, and people are innocent, you know, Nigerians are walking on the road or even driving on the road. Before you know it, they will, you know, Akboroge, my dear. And it is so sad that the checkpoints, the security agencies, I don't know, what are they checking? I ask myself, exactly, what are you checking? Why is there checkpoints? If we'll be hearing crimes like this every single day, there is no point having a checkpoint.
There really isn't.
If you can't discharge your duties, resign from it. If you cannot resign from it, let them ban the checkpoint. Let's know that we the citizens, will just protect our lives, ourselves.
I don't know if the checkpoint is there for fancy.
Yeah, my dear. And then again, according to the 15 people that are missing, I commiserate with the family. I mean, a situation whereby you don't even know if your child or your brother or sister is dead or alive. It is, you know, it is crazy to hear. It is so sad, and we are sorry for what's going on. But I wanted to move over to the core member, the identified core member by Raye. This particular person is said to be the government property. Am I correct?
Correct.
Now, a situation whereby the government cannot even protect their own property, what is the essence or what's more of an ordinary Nigerian, the remaining 14 persons? There is no guarantee for security of life at all. And then I have a problem with this, you know, NYSC body or the government entirely, because I don't see a reason whereby you will deploy core members, young graduates, to different states without, you know, proper care or plans, safety net or safety plan for them. Are you not supposed to, if you want them to go and serve in maybe northern states, southern states, they should have security backup? Why is there nothing like that? And when they bring, the public bring to your attention this kind of things that are happening, especially this one, we've not heard anything from the IG of police, we've not heard anything from the government at all.
As well.
Even the director of NYSC. It is so sad. And it was something I equally mentioned one single time, and it has circulated almost everywhere on all the NYSC platforms about a certain, is it Victor Emmanuel? Right now, it's no longer Victor Emmanuel. They've changed it to even a lady's name. That this person goes on to send messages to people that he just gained, what's it called? got a job in Shell company, and he would tell you that you guys served in the same state, in the same local government camp. Yes, you guys come together, and that if you're interested, you should call him.
And he doesn't even have a chat card.
Some people, yeah. Now, some people will fall prey to this. Now, I was seeing a lot of these messages from group chat to tell you that the NYSC body is even compromised. Imagine normal citizens or normal individuals that just went for, NYSC 1 year service can now get contact of all the persons that camped or served in a certain state.
Putting data at risk, Now, it means that there's no data protection even from the NYSC. I know the sad thing here is that before now on the show, we're talking about NYSC and how they want people from different parts of Nigeria, different regions to mingle and to get acquainted with their culture, which is
mingle
beautiful.
And die.
Oh,
that is it.
That is good. But yeah, that's what they hope to achieve. But with the way things are currently, security-wise, I think they need to take a look at how they are going to achieve all of that, or put a pause to that aim. Because we said the other time, if you know these people are in Southeast, let them just serve in the Southeast areas. If you know they're in the North, let them just serve there for now until we have security restored in Nigeria, before you're trying to mingle and all of that. That's just my personal opinion. But we truly are wishing that we get a quick response as to the whereabouts of these 15 people that were kidnapped a week ago. Moving now to a more lighter story. Before I give this, I need to give a background. Okay, but first, let me just say what happened. Donald Trump has come out with his own betrayal list. Now, I don't know if we talked about it. Was it not? We didn't. Yeah. Oh, well, I think privately we had the discussion, and I and Ifoma just laughed our eyes over it. So we saw the betrayal list of Kanye West. And on that list were interesting personalities. Of course, the top of that list was Kim Kardashian, his ex-wife. Not this one, the other one. Now, we have the daughter. We also have Donald Trump on that list. Oh. Yes, Donald Trump was on the list. Donald Trump was there, and a whole bunch of other people. So we just discussed about this only for us to come today to see that Donald Trump has come up with his own betrayal list. And I'm just going to give you guys a breakdown just of very funny names I'm seeing here. The first on the list is Jimmy Kimmel, right? Now we have John Kelly. The third on the list is Obama. Former president of the United States. We also have Eric Trump. Now, please do this. Is this not his family member? We have Eric Trump on the list. We also have illegals. Now, maybe illegal immigration or anything illegal, just illegals. That's what we are seeing there. Now we have Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga also made it to Donald Trump's betrayal list, and he's cleaning Lady Guadalupe or something. Yeah. I'm using Yoruba.
Guadalupe
or someone. Guadalupe. I don't know if she's Yoruba or something, but those are many more. I don't know how, but these are many more on Donald Trump's betrayal list. And before he gives the betrayal list, he says, "I've been betrayed as well." But let's talk about the humor surrounding all of this. We also, actually we didn't have that discussion on the show, because we also mentioned the fact that Kanye West and him running for presidency, and how we don't know what even motivated him to even run for that. Not that it's a bad thing, everybody can run and whatnot, as long as you're a citizen, law-abiding citizen of the nation. But we also talked about Kanye West's political ambition of becoming the president of the United States, and privately we mentioned the list. Now, Donald Trump, what do you say about first of all Donald Trump's response and the people on his list?
Okay, I think this is quite humorous.
Oh, it is very humorous,
very funny. I mean, the one that caught my attention is actually the son and the cleaner. So what he does in his home basically is to try people. Like, you test people to see who will betray you, who is for you, and who is against you, and it's funny to see. But at the same time, let's look at the bigger picture. What I'm seeing here is a man, in as much as he is the president, he's equally trying to tell you that he can be side. Yes, he can be funny, and he can equally call people out.
That president type is not going to hold him back
at all. That it doesn't even limit him from even calling his own son out if he has to, and it goes a long way to talk about people that still.
I thought his son's name was Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
No, is it one of how many sons does he have?
Okay, continue.
That's none of our business.
That's none of our business.
But what I'm trying to say here is that it goes a long way to tell you that he's still somehow he is in a way kind of disciplined, and he still knows what it means to uphold the law no matter who you are. That is equality before the law. I'm just interpreting it in this sense. People might not really see it this way, but I'm seeing it like whoever you think you are, I'm going to call you out. You understand? I don't care if it is my wife. I will call you out if you mess up. And it goes a long way to tell you that he is kind of a central power. He's not maybe like biased in his judgment. I don't know about other ones, but like I'm talking about this particular case. But it's funny.
Yeah, it just shows the light side of Donald Trump and how he can just calm down. First of all, he's a human being before being the president of the United States. So it's a really interesting back and forth. Maybe I would put out my own betrayal list.
He's like, you West, if you can go low, I can go low.
Yes, Cardi B will say, if you can go low, I can go to hell.
Oh my God.
Yes.
See, we need to publish ours. Maybe.
No, I already said you on my number one list.
What did I do?
Oh, you don't know. My betrayal list. I will tell you after the show. You're on the number one.
You guys will see mine next week, Monday.
Before today ends, actually, you'll see mine. But anyways, we're moving on to the second to last story that we have for this afternoon. Now, EFCC has arraigned a woman for 240.5 million naira forex fraud in Abuja. This is insane. First of all, it is really sad when we see stories like this, especially with the already fragile image that Nigeria has. And whenever this kind of news comes out to the public, you just begin to question things a whole lot. Now, this happened. This happened on Thursday, October 2nd, and she was arraigned. Now, the person in question here is Ene Queen Bamayi. I don't know if I got that right. And, all of that back and forth and proceedings. But what's your take on it generally?
Okay. I am actually looking deeper at this particular thing. I'm removing the EFCC, the arraignment, the prosecution process, and the rest, and the only thing I'm seeing is the person that gave this woman over 240 million naira. Do you even know if the person you're giving it to turn it into dollar has up to that amount of money in her account? Maybe
she has portrayed herself as someone who does.
Yeah, but before you entrust such huge amounts of money, you should have, known if this person, makes up, maybe, just like you said, she portrayed herself. But at the same time, it goes a long way to tell you that, people are suffering. For the fact that people can even let their integrity,
their conscience
low. It shows you that people are going through a lot. I am looking at it, in the broad picture of what an average Nigerian, experiences daily. People are ready to backstab. People are ready to turn back on, principles or legacies that they set for themselves because of the fact that, they still need to survive. And it is so sad. It is extremely sad. But at the same time, I wanted to say that, no matter what is going on in the country, for somebody to still trust you with such amount of money, why betray the person's trust?
Another thing is the response of this lady. She pleaded not guilty. She pleaded not guilty. And first off, I don't know who advised her. I don't know who her legal advisors are. But she pleaded not guilty, and she has been granted bail of 30 million naira. So, when we're having the conversation, she asked, where is she going to get 30 million? I'm like, from the 240. from the over 240 million naira that she has in possession, okay? So I don't know, but how she's going to go about that, that's not even our concern. It's the fact that this was committed, this fraudulent crime was committed in the first place. Are we going to give kudos to EFCC for fishing out this one and arraigning her? You know, because EFCC has just been getting basbos since. Or should I just leave it? Let's slide. Yes. Now we have to go to the final story for today, and it is about Governor Soludo. He has come out now to set condition for the release of detained native doctors in Anambra. I don't know if you know. If you don't know already, it's something that's been going on in Anambra, where native doctors have been arrested and, you know, imprisoned. We have the likes of Akwakuko Tiwaraki, okay, and Oyeze Jesus. Yeah. Now, so I don't think that these are not just the people that have been arrested, but now the governor has come out to say that this one don't pass in power. Basically, it is no longer in his hands to either release or not, because, you know, there are processes that must be followed, court proceedings that must be adhered to, and only after judgment has been given, that's when he can now intervene and either give a pardon or not. But Ifoma, why do you even think that we still have, because what led to this statement was because there are locals that are clamoring for their release. And, you know, the initial reason why they were arrested in the first place was because, you know, Governor Soludo came out to say that they are encouraging fraud, the quick money scheme and all of that. Now, do you think releasing such people in the society would increase all of these social vices?
I think releasing them will. But if releasing them on maybe certain conditions, you know, that maybe they will stop the practices, then I think it will not. But I mean, I come here every day. Sometimes I will talk about Governor Chukuma Soludo, and I'm not among those that, you know, praise him or sing his praises, because I mean, we know a lot, we've seen a lot of insecurities, you know, happening in Anambra State. And the only person that when you ask who will you point fingers at is definitely the governor. I've seen the different nonchalant attitude, I mean his response to, you know, all these crimes, the way he reacts to it, it sickens my stomach. You understand? So I always antagonize him when it comes to stuff like this. But this particular one, I mean, praises should be given to those who deserve it. And I'm giving him kudos for this one. I see, yes, I see what he did here. I mean, we should obey the proceedings or processes of the law. Yes. You understand? And the court has processes. We should. So he's basically telling you it is out of his hands. He didn't want to like turn the members of the community against him. He's saying that I uncovered this crime and I've handed it over to the law, and it is not in my power to release them. It is when they are being convicted, if they are found guilty, then the community can lobby for pardon. You understand? Or maybe I'll see what I can do, which is, I mean, it is quite apt. I love the fact that he exempted himself. He did what was right, exempted himself, and still provided, you know, solutions. Possible solutions.
Yes.
So it is beautiful.
That was quite diplomatic. Yes. I like that.
I love the strategy. You know, so I give it to him. I mean, as chief security of the state, he has the onus lies on him to protect people's lives, and we know that. I mean, this kind of crime, promoting this kind of crime, trying to, you know, make people kind of involved in all these illegal activities, you know, all the native doctor thing, going to native doctor to get rich, all this gets rich quick syndrome. It is crazy. And it is, another thing is because these people don't have, you know, job opportunities to, you know, be acquainted with maybe like skill or even have a job. There is serious unemployment in Nigeria or in Anambra State, and that is why you're seeing a lot of them depending on all these native doctors just, you know, to better their lives or their family's life.
Yes.
So now I love the fact that he is condemning those practices. Let's call a spade a spade.
Simple.
At the end of the day,
Simple.
we can't encourage such crime.
And you know the reason why most of these young people now run to native doctors is actually because the government has failed them. Yeah. You know, in the morning we talked about how the government came out to boast that they've given loans to thousands of students. You're giving loans to students when they would come out and there would be no jobs for them. How are they going to repay those loans, you know? And the unbearable condition in Nigeria has just really demoralized the youths. But I think this is a step in the right direction, honestly.
It should improve in other sectors.
Yes, of course.
We'd love to see that.
Of course, we love good governance. We love good governance. Anyways, thank you, Ifoma.
Oh, yeah.
Please
thank
continue.
you, Sharon. My mine and Active Citizens sunflower or rose flower, you know, for always doing this with me. And to our viewers out there watching, thank you so much for always joining us. But however, if you're yet to like, please kindly do like. If you're yet to comment, please go ahead and flood your comments. If you have a particular topic, trending topic that you want us to discuss tomorrow on this table, please let's see it on the comment section. And if you're yet to share, please kindly share. You can find us across all social media platforms at Active Citizens, and you can find me on my personal page on Facebook at Oji Sophia and on Instagram at Misolex. Sharon,
you can find me on all social media at Sharon Enemchukwu.
All right, Tongwanu, till we see you in the evening for Active Citizens Parliament. Have a hot but humorous afternoon.